How's it going, guys? My name is TJP, and welcome back to another NBA 2K23 MyNBA rebuilding video. Well, not really a rebuilding video. It's more of a career sim, because that's what it is. Black Panther, once again with the idea. I was going to do this earlier, and then I kind of just got a little bit caught up, so we're doing it today. And it's going to be the Kobe Bryant career simulation, or re-simulation, rather. So it should be pretty interesting stuff. So before we get on into the video, make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe if not subscribed already, and comment down below some more video videos. Go to socials, playlist, second channel, main channel, down below in the description if you like other content, be TJP. So yeah, I will say one thing, injuries and stuff, those could be on just like the regular careers. And I did realize one thing, I do need to have rule changes on for the expansions to be in effect. So now we'll actually have expansion drafts, but if there's any rules that I see that shouldn't be enacted, I'm just going to reject those. So it'll be, for the most part, you know, relatively realistic. And that's all I've got. So let's get on to the gameplay and see what Kobe Bryant's re-simulated career will entail. So we have the draft lottery, and by the way, in this sim so far, it seems like the Portland Trailblazers have been absolutely dominant. So Clyde Drexler might be one of the greatest players of all time, which is pretty cool. Good for him, I guess. So we're watching the lottery here. So Hawks, Timberwolves, so far no changes. Everything is kind of just the same. We'll skip a little bit further ahead. Sonics with the pick. Will they move up? They don't. So they will not be moving up in the draft. Pick number 10. The Sixers have that. Will they move it up? No, they will not be. So Kobe Bryant will not be going to the Sixers. Will Kobe Bryant go into the Celtics? That'd be interesting. Ooh. Celtics and the Raptors move in the top 3. Maybe. The Warriors will stay at their pick. The Bulls will stay at their pick. Okay. Interestingly. The Pacers will stay at their pick. Okay. All right. Let's see. Magic, are they going to have the 5th pick here? Via the Lakers. The Bullets with the 4th pick. The 3rd pick will be going to the Boston Celtics. So there are 2 teams left. Will the Raptors get the 2nd pick? They will. Which means the number 1 pick will belong to the Vancouver Grizzlies. So Kobe Bryant is going to the Grizzlies. Interesting. Okay, so that's where his career is going to start off. I am very curious to see how that's going to work out. Okay, guys, I messed up and I forgot to show you the draft. But yes, Kobe Bryant did end up going number 1 overall. I accidentally skimmed right through it. I was just like, I blanked out. But okay, so Kobe Bryant though did get drafted to the Vancouver Grizzlies, and he will be, 17 years old. He's going to be playing with Kenny the Jet Smith, Charles Oakley so far. Got Lamont Murray, Mark Page, Byron Russell, Keith Patterson. I guess some of those guys aren't real, but Kobe Bryant's potential is only a B+, which is kind of interesting. That's really low. But we'll see how what ends up happening with him in Vancouver. So we're gonna kind of just take a look at them and yeah, simulate and see what happens. So I apologize for messing that up there. Every other video we've usually watched the draft lottery, but I messed that up. So it's all good though, no worries. We're just gonna do select the Grizzlies, and yeah, I'll see you guys, after his rookie season. So just looking at some of the awards. So Kobe did not get the rookie of the year. Allen Iverson did. We got to remember Allen Iverson was the number 1 pick in this draft. He actually ended up going number 2 to the Raptors. I think Steve Nash went 4 to the I don't remember what team he got drafted by. And then I think Ray Allen went 3, if I was looking at it right. But did Kobe Bryant at least make an all-rookie first team? Let's see. He did. Okay. So he did put up good numbers, 22 points a game in his rookie season. So already that's better than he did in real life. 4 assists, 2 rebounds. And, the 3-point ball wasn't quite there, but yeah, he played all 82 games. So that's promising indeed. So yeah, Kobe, good start to his career. Curious to continue to follow him and see what he ends up doing. I got Stephon Marbury over here. He was pick 6. Pick 8, Sharif Abdur-Rahim. Steve Nash went number 4, and then the rookie 2nd team, Peja Stojakovic, Marcus Camby went number 3, Ray Allen went number 5, Mel Morgan, and then Eric Dampier. Okay, cool. So the Grizzlies didn't make the playoffs. Not a surprise in his first season. So But we'll see if they do end up eventually making the playoffs. This is interesting because he's not on a very good team. So the Cavs with David Robinson win the finals. Okay, that's pretty interesting. But yeah, you already saw Kobe's stats. So let's simulate another season. If he ends up, winning any awards, I'll show you guys. Or if they make the playoffs. Otherwise, I'll probably just skip a couple seasons ahead. All right. So after the third season, since the Grizzlies didn't make the playoffs, decided not to show you anything that happened. But Kobe Bryant did make an All-NBA first team, which is pretty insane. Look at Joe Smith. Joe Smith putting up some big numbers. Wow, it's wild. KG's on here. Shaq's in Sacramento. That's kind of funny. Steve Nash is the MVP. Kobe Bryant put up 32 points a game this season. You can see his scoring is exponentially increased, and 5 assists. So he's doing pretty well. Yeah, his teammates have been great, but he does have now a Paul Pierce, and he did play 81 games in 2 straight seasons. So he is playing a lot of games, which is nice. So yeah, having Paul Pierce though is going to be pretty helpful. Just somebody, to develop alongside Kobe. I mean, it's probably take him a couple of years, but that's pretty good. Like Kobe's got somebody. So yeah, he was All-NBA first, and he was not a defensive team though, which is kind of interesting, but he was able to get the team into the playoffs as a 6 seed to take on the 3-seeded Spurs, who have Tim Duncan, ironically, Brad Daugherty, Tony McDyess coming off the bench, Sean Elliott. Yeah, it's a good team. Probably going to lose in 5, but we'll simulate and see what happens. And, yep, losing 4. Okay, not a problem. How did Kobe do in his first playoff stint? Let's take a look at his playoff stats. And, he dominated. 33 points a game. No one really could stop him, but definitely could use some more talent on the team. I mean, having Paul Pierce is pretty nice, because he'll eventually develop into like a secondary star. But, we'll see what Kobe decides to do. He only got 1 year left on his contract. I would assume he'll stay in Vancouver for the time being, but you never know with this game. And once again, Shaq and the Kings win the finals. All right, so back in the playoffs, look at that. Paul Pierce is a 6th man of the year, so that's pretty cool to see from him. No Kobe on any of those teams. He did make All-NBA 3rd team, put up 30 points, 30.5 points. I mean, that's really, really good numbers. The efficiency's getting there. The free throw shooting's going up. So that's pretty cool to see. He's had a good career so far. He only missed 3 games this season, so that's not too bad. He's on the precipice of hitting over 10,000 points in his first 5 seasons, which is going to be pretty impressive. He did not make an all-defensive team, though. How many times has he been an all-star? I would assume probably, 3 times? Yeah, 3-time all-star, so that's pretty cool to see. First team All-NBA, 3rd team All-NBA, 1st team All-Rookie. So, I mean, he's had a pretty solid start to his career in Vancouver. What year is this? I don't even know what year this is. Is this the 2000 year? So this would have been his first championship, I think. 1990. Yeah, 2000, 2001, 2002. So this is his. I think he won his first championship in his 4th season. So I don't think he's gonna win it here against the Suns. I mean, actually, the Suns aren't that good. I feel like our team is better. Let's see. And yeah, we advanced. Okay, we're taking on the Spurs though. Spurs are pretty good. You got Tim Duncan, Brad Daugherty, Tony McDyess. Can Kobe lead his team past his team and get to the conference finals? He cannot. Yo, he can. I'm kidding. Wow, I just said he can't. No, we swept them. I was like, wait a minute, we swept them. The graphics are killing me. So we're in the conference finals, taking on the Utah Jazz with Tracy McGrady, the Sim God. This is a very good overall balanced team. So it might be a tough matchup for the Grizzlies. And yeah, we lose in 6. And it's the Wizards and Jazz. This Wizards team is not very good. I expect them to lose. And they swept. Okay. Oh, they have Steve Nash. That's right. Did I not see Steve Nash? Oh, I didn't even see Steve Nash. I didn't see Steve Nash. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, and also, Tracy McGrady got hurt. Yeah, he did. Okay. Wow. I didn't even see Steve Nash. I completely missed him. But how did Kobe do in this playoff run? Yeah, 30.8 points. Also, Paul Pierce getting hurt for the last few games. That's a tough loss not having him. He didn't have a great playoff run, but still Kobe did, and that's really all that matters. Kobe following his career. So hopefully hopefully he stays in Vancouver. I do kind of like him and Pierce, the idea of them together, but we'll see what he ends up deciding to do. So Kobe did decide to re-up with the Grizzlies, with Pierce, Cousins. Okay, interesting. So good job there, Kobe. Let's see if they can continue to make some runs. So, another season in the books. I mean, this team was really good, but I think we had, because of the way the divisions work, we didn't have that great of a season in the sense of, I think we finished like a 6 seed. But Kobe put up nearly 36 points a game. Wow, that's pretty insane. 6 assists, 4.9 rebounds, solid defense, very good efficiency. And did he play all 82 games? He played 80 games. So he's been relatively healthy. He's put up some big numbers. That's huge to see from Kobe. So did he even make a defensive team? He did not. All right, cool. Surprisingly, he hasn't. We ended up with the 6 seed, even though we won, I think, 52. Yeah, look at that. Because the Clippers won their division. But we're facing them. So, honestly, they're a 3 seed. We should be able to beat them. Yeah, we're better than this team. They have Tyronn Lue. That's kind of funny. All right, let's see. Yeah, we should be able to beat this team. And we don't. Okay, we choked. That is not good. How do you choke to that team? How do you lose that to that team? I mean, Kobe did his thing. Pierce is starting to get up there, which is cool to see. But they need a little bit more than that. We need a little bit more out of some of our guys here. This guy, Keldon Cousins, sucks. Yeah, it's just Kobe and Paul Pierce right now. All right, well, Mavs win the finals. Shaquille O'Neal's on that team now. That's pretty interesting. Okay, so now he's in Dallas. How many championships has Shaq won? I feel like he's won a lot. Just curious to see that. He's only an 85 overall now, which is really strange. Yet he still puts up ridiculous numbers as an 85 overall. He's 4-time champion. Okay. I thought he'd be a lot more. I don't know why. I wonder if Clyde Drexler's still in the league. I think he retired, but anyways, let's keep simulating. Well, we're back in the playoffs again, and Kobe made All-NBA third team this time around, so not the first team, but did he have at least good numbers? I mean, he put 30 points a game for his 4th straight season. Relatively another good year for him. I mean, he's playing high minutes, which is pretty cool to see. And he only played 71 games this year, so he did suffer a little bit of injury. So slight setback this year for him. Not too bad, though. Paul Pierce made All-NBA second team, which is nice to see, having him step in and take the reins as well. We do have Dallas in the first round. Okay, Shaq was hurt, that's why. Okay, so he's actually a 92, not an 85. I was about to say, like, there's no way he's an 85. But I don't know if we're going to beat Dallas. It might be a tough matchup here, and we get swept by them, so that's not very good. All right, well, Hornets win the finals. Calbert Chaney was the finals MVP. What on earth are we doing, 2K? Oh, boy. All right, let's take a look at the playoff stats. How did Kobe do? Kobe was pretty solid in the playoffs. Paul Pierce, but yeah, really there's just not a lot of talent on this team, so other than Kobe Bryant and Paul Pierce, like, they're the only 2 guys on this team that are relatively good, and then there's just like a bunch of just guys. So I guess if I make a conference finals run, I'll let you guys know, or if Kobe like wins in an MVP or defensive player of the year. Otherwise, I'm just gonna simulate a couple seasons. We're in the conference finals. We beat the Kings in 6, beat the Mavs in 7, and we are taking on the 2nd seed Utah Jazz in the conference finals, who have Mike Bibby, Tracy McGrady. Okay, so they still have most of their team. Tracy McGrady is still a really solid player, but that's a guy we want to worry about. But Paul Pierce has been amazing. He's become the secondary star that Kobe needs. And let's see if they can get to the finals. They don't. They lose in 7 to a Utah Jazz team led by Mike Bibby and Tracy McGrady. Looking at the stats here, they seem to be pretty solid. But yeah, dang, game 1. Wow, Pierce was doing work. Holy moly, Pierce was doing work. Yeah, Tracy gave us that business, 30, 12, and 5. Sim Tracy McGrady is tough to beat, but then again, the Hornets won the finals. Elton Brand was finals MVP. I'm pretty sure the Hornets they have Vince Carter. They have a 6th overall starting at point guard, though. I don't know how they won, but whatever. That's 2K logic for you. I think this was Kobe Bryant's last season, unless he's got to sign a new contract, hopefully. If I was him, I'd stay on this team. So I think Pierce was the best player in the playoffs, though, in terms of scoring, but we still had a pretty solid playoff run. And he did make All-NBA second team. So yeah, 5 straight seasons averaging over 30 points a game, and he played 79 games. So he played much more games than last season, so no major injuries. And as you can see, I mean, he's putting up some big numbers in terms of scoring. So if he could kind of continue this up, he's 24 years old, no major injuries. I mean, he can maybe become the all-time leading scorer. He was meant to be. Kobe Bryant said, I'm going to LA. Wow. Kobe somehow finds his way in LA in this career sim. Ditches Paul Pierce to play with Chauncey Billups. I mean, that's a good secondary guy to have. And Rip Hamilton. Tyson Chandler. Anthony Daniel. Glenn Rice. Kind of old. Okay, and then just some guys here. That's pretty impressive. Okay, so, I mean, this team is good. This team is better than the Grizzlies team. Although Paul Pierce is nice, but dang. Left Paul Pierce high and dry. Oh, boy. But Kobe is the best player in the league, interestingly enough. Out of 97 overall. And he signed a 4-year deal. Kobe's first season as a Laker. Put up 28 points a game. I mean, put up good numbers. Didn't average 30, though. Made All-NBA second team again, which is pretty cool to see. He did play 79 games once again. So I guess it's a little bit harder for him to score over 30 points, but he's got a little bit more talent on the squad. But 7-time All-Star, first team All-NBA twice, second team All-NBA twice, third team All-NBA twice, and a first team All-Rookie. Surprisingly has not made a defensive team yet, which is crazy to think about. But Chauncey Billups did, so good for him. Yeah, good. Let's see if Lakers can do anything. The second seed, we got the 7-seeded Spurs. I mean, they've got Tim Duncan still, but that's, I mean, Al Harrington. You know, Al Harrington from Wacky Waving Inflatable Flailing Arm Tube Emporium. I'm sure he heard that joke before. Okay, well, they went in 5. 3-seeded Grizzlies with Paul Pierce. So we're facing our old team in the playoffs. Or Kobe's facing his old team, rather. Can he get past the Grizzlies? He can in 6. And we're back in the conference finals to face the Jazz. This team is very tough to beat. Can Kobe get past the Jazz with his new team? And he can, and we got a Lakers-Celtics finals. Kobe in his first finals appearance, taking on Gilbert Arenas, who I believe won the MVP, Marcus Camby, Bonzi Wells, Taylor Stockton, Steven Jackson. Okay, this is an interesting team right here, so let's see if the Lakers can win. Game 1, the Celtics win by a lot of points. Game 2 will go to the Celtics again, and it looks like the Celtics are going to sweep the Lakers, and that is exactly what they do. Gilbert Arenas Finals MVP. Let's take a look at this playoff stats and see how Kobe did. It looks like Kobe actually got hurt, and he did get hurt with a ruptured right Achilles. Oh, that's painful. Oh, that's going to really come back to bite him. Oh, he was playing so well. That's why the Lakers got swept. I mean, Rip Hamilton kind of tried to step in his place and do things, but dang, that's tough. That's tough to see. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's gonna miss any time or not at the beginning of the season, but wow, that's gonna be painful though. Having to rush right Achilles, he's gonna have some injury problems now. Update here. So Kobe last season, he had good numbers here, but he only played 32 games. But this year, he's back on All-NBA second team as he was, I guess, fully healthy this year. He played 81 games, so that's nice to see. So maybe that was just a freak accident, hopefully, and it doesn't really affect him much in his career. I mean, had he not had that, he would have been, give it another 1,000 points, 1,000 plus points he probably would have had. But it's all good though, no worries. But yeah, All-NBA second team. Didn't have that great of a season though, interestingly enough, and weirdly, Kobe's career so far has not been as great as his real life career. He was already a 3-time champion at this point. I mean, he's 8-time All-Star, 2-time first team, second team All-NBA 3 times, third team twice, rookie first team, no MVP, no defensive player of the years, no defensive teams, oddly enough. So that's interesting to see there. The Lakers are only a 6 seed this time around, and they got to face the Hornets, who I guess are in New Orleans. Yeah, New Orleans Hornets. Yeah, Charlotte Bobcats, right. That makes sense. Okay. Sim the round. Will he be able to get out of the first round? And they do in 6 after being down 2-0. Got to face Dwayne Wade in the Miami Heat. They got Rashard Lewis, Michael Redd, Jared Jack. They got a decent team. But let's see if the Lakers can win and get to the conference finals. They can, and they win in 7, and they got to face the Utah Jazz again with MVP Tracy McGrady. It's going to be a tough matchup here. Can they get past them? They can, and they win in 5, and they're in the finals. They take on the Sixers, who have LeBron James, Kevin Garnett, and Tony Parker. No, we're not winning this. There's no way. There's no way that team has, they have Kevin Garnett and LeBron James on the same team. That is outrageous. That is outrageous. And Tony Parker. Wow. Wow, this team is really good. Okay, well, game 1, Sixers win. Game 2, the Lakers win. Can we win game 3? No. Game 4, yeah, we're going to lose in 5. That's a tough team, man. KG Finals MVP. So Kobe been to 2 finals, and he's lost both times. That is unfortunate. That's a really good team, though. I mean, Kobe did the best he could. He put up insane stats throughout the playoffs, but, you know, it just wasn't enough. I mean, dude was insane in the finals. Rip Hamilton. We also don't have Chauncey Billups anymore. So the fact that it's basically just Kobe Bryant and Rip Hamilton. That's tough, man. That's tough. All right, guys, I was about to continue recording, and I forgot to hit the record button. But basically, Kobe, on his final year of his deal, we're about to see if he decided to stay with the LA Lakers. You know, got eliminated in the first round last season. He played 78 games, and he's averaging 28 points, which is pretty solid. Made an all NBA team. Still no all defensive teams, no MVPs or anything like that. Still no rings. And he did leave the LA Lakers to go to... Where did Kobe decide to go to? I don't know. Kobe went to the Atlanta Hawks. Okay, and they've got Devin Harris, Andrea Bargnani, Danny Granger, okay. I don't know about this team, but maybe in the East it's a little bit easier. I don't think so. I mean, Philly's there, and Philly's got KG and LeBron, so. But, alright, I guess we're going to keep tabs on Atlanta now. First season, they didn't make the playoffs, but in this season, they were the 3 seed, although you got to remember, it's because Atlanta won their division. We honestly are in a 3 seed. We're more like a 7 seed, 6 or a 7 seed, so not very good. But let's take a look at the stats, player stats, and Kobe is hurt. Dislocated left patella, he only played 51 games, so he got hurt again. He's had a pretty solid season. Yeah, really efficient as well. But unfortunately, only played 51 games with dislocated left patella. So that probably means he's not going to play in the playoffs, which is unfortunate. But I will say this. If you look at his career stats, I mean, he's averaging over 29 a game, a lot of assists and stuff, so that's pretty solid. He's going to hit the 30K point mark in his career really soon. So if I take a look at the league history, I want to see that so far and just see what that's looking like. So NBA record-wise, yeah, Kareem, 38-387. Michael Jordan ended up with the number 2 on the all-time scoring list, which is pretty insane. Wilt's there at 3. Karl Malone, a lot lower than he actually ended up being. So 4. Shaq was 5, which is pretty insane. Kobe right now is top 10. So I'd imagine he'll pass Stephon Marbury. Although Stephon Marbury, I think, is still playing. And then, which is insane that he's up here. Clyde Drexler, he'll pass him. Moses, he'll pass him. Dominique will probably pass him. I guess Shaq is still in the league as well, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, obviously Kobe's not in the playoffs. I mean, they are, but like he's not playing. I mean, they get past the first round, so I mean, maybe is he healthy? Not healthy yet. I got the Heat, and they get swept by the Heat. So yeah, I don't even think Kobe played in the playoffs. We'll double check. I didn't see a minute of action. He was still hurt. 1 to 2 weeks. That's tough. Grizzlies win the finals. Chris Paul finals MVP. Kobe's original team. Alright, so much better season for the Hawks, even though we only finished with the 6th seed. Kobe back on an all-NBA team. Putting up good numbers, and he played all 82 games. So that's clutch. Very helpful for his stats that he's trying to pad up, and he did reach he passed 30,000 points. He's only 31 as well, which is kind of crazy, you know, so that's good to see for Kobe. He's put up amazing numbers, and he's still, you know, even if he hadn't maybe got injured a few times, he probably have another 2,000-3,000 points with his name. But honestly though, at what cost? He has not won an MVP. He's been 11-time All-Star, 3-time first team, 4-time second, 2-time third team, first team All-Rookie. Not a single MVP, not a single Defensive Player of the Year, not a single defensive team appearance, and also doesn't have any championships. At this point in his career, I think this would have been he'd be on pace to win his 4th ring. Or 5th ring, actually. And so far, he has 0. And he's been to the finals twice and has not been able to do anything with it. Paul Pierce, Dwight Howard, and Chris Bosh on the Bulls with Raymond Felton. James Worthy Jr. is also in this game. That's interesting. Okay. I could see the Hawks losing the series, and they do in 5. So, once again, Kobe Bryant, and he got hurt. Hyperextending left knee today, but he played through the injury, I guess. Not an amazing playoffs. Actually, pretty solid efficiency, but yeah, I mean, Devin Harris, Andrea Bargnani. But yeah, this team just not cutting it. I don't know exactly what Kobe's gonna do, if Kobe's gonna be able to win a chip. It's looking a little scary. He might have to go to like a really good team. I don't know what team that would be. The Nuggets win the finals with Dirk getting finals MVP. Good for him. But dang, Kobe. I think he's got like another year or 2 on this team. Atlanta's a 3 seed, but Kobe didn't make any All-NBA teams, which is kind of interesting. But he played 81 games, and he wasn't even the lead. Andre Bargnani led the team in scoring, interestingly enough. In 24 a game, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Again, really efficient, which is nice, but he's got to get a championship at some point. He's been in the league 15 years and hasn't won a championship. So he definitely needs that on his resume, and he doesn't have it. He's missing it. He did play 81 games, a lot of games. So he, when he's out, he's out there playing. And they do win the first round. They got to take on the Nets with Derrick Rose, Jason Richardson, Zach Randolph. They got Kelly. What a name that is. Is that guy real? That's a cool name, Kelly. I love it. Okay. And they once again lose. Kobe Bryant, man, has yet to win a championship. LeBron wins finals. MVP is the Sixers win against the Nuggets. I'm curious to see if Kobe will decide to stay with the Hawks or if he goes to a different team. I have no idea what he's going to do. Well, Kobe decided to stay with the Hawks, so he's going to be loyal to the Hawks here. He is down to a 90 overall. Still really good, but definitely not the best player. And he's probably showing a little bit of aggression. Really is at the tail end of his prime. But I imagine probably the time he gets like 34, he's going to start regressing a little bit heavier. But he's probably got a couple years left of really good basketball, assuming he doesn't get hurt. Another season down in the books. I did show you guys last season, but he had his first 40-90 season. This year, the numbers dipped a little bit, but, again, 50-40-90. He did play only 71 games, so he did miss 10 games this year. A little bit of injuries, but, he's been doing well. Still, as an individual standpoint, but he is starting to regress. I'm a little worried. I mean, they're probably going to get eliminated in the first round again, because that's what happened last year. They got swept. I'm hoping they can get out, and they do. Okay, they actually got out against the Celtics in 7. Gilbert Arenas, Ginobili, Jason Terry. Now we got the Magic, who have John Wall, Penny Hardaway Jr., that's kind of funny. Trevor Ariza, Blake Griffin, Jermaine O'Neal still here. Okay. Can Atlanta get out of the second round? They can't. They lose in 7. And the Bobcats, with Kevin Durant, win the finals. Dang, man. Dude, Kobe just can't catch a break, dude. Kobe just can't catch a break. I mean, he put up good numbers in the playoffs again. Better than the regular season. It's tough, dude. This is tough, man. He might go down as the best player to ever not win a championship in this simulation. But already I can tell you this. Kobe, if you ask Kobe, would he rather have this career where he, even though he was relatively healthy so far, and might have a chance to break the scoring record, or would he rather have, the other accolades in real life? I think he would pick the real life, and I would agree. This has been a little bit disappointing in terms of, listen, 13-time All-Stars, nothing to sneeze at. He made All-NBA, 9 times between first, second, and third team, All-Rookie first team, but no defensive teams, no Defense Player of the Year, no MVPs, nothing crazy. Okay, the Hawks are in the conference finals. They're making a run right now. Kobe's down to an 85, but he's having a great playoffs. You can see his stats this year, yeah, but he's been picking it up in the playoffs. And they got the Sixers, who don't have LeBron right now. They got Kevin Garnett, but that's it. They don't have LeBron. LeBron's gone. They've got to be able to beat this team. They don't. That is so unfortunate. Once again, the Sixers win the final. Chris Bosh. I didn't even see Chris Bosh. Wow. That's tough, man. That's tough. Kobe, Andrea Bargnani were pretty solid. Kobe's numbers went down a bit there. He was dominating the conference semifinals, dealing. He didn't do that great though in the first round. Dang, man, that's tough. He didn't retire though, at least, so he's still around. He might break the scoring record this season, which would be nice. But yeah, it looks like Kobe Bryant's not gonna win a championship in his career unless he goes to a team that's primed to win. Well, the Hawks didn't even make the playoffs. Did Kobe retire? He didn't retire though. He's still in the league. I think he's got 1 year left in him. I really do. It's tough to watch. It's tough because you know Kobe. Obviously, he won 5 rings, and had such a great career and was an MVP. Made a bunch of defensive teams, but you look at him here, and he hasn't even made a defensive team. He won't make one. It's just wild. No MVP, not a single championship to his name. He's been to the finals twice and lost both times. It's crazy. He did leave though. I don't know where he went, so we gotta find out where did he sign? Where did Kobe Bryant go? Went to Dallas. You know who's in? LeBron James was in Dallas before, but he left. Obviously, as you can see. So Kobe signed a 2-year deal with Dallas. He'll probably play that out, and that'll be it. I mean, he's an 80 overall now. He could get 18.7 points. He broke the scoring record. So he's the all-time scoring leader, which is insane. And he's going to, break it more. He only played 65 games, but he did it. So he is the all-time leading scoring champ, which is cool, but that's all he's got right now. Kobe did make the playoffs. They made the playoffs. And, I don't know if this is going to be his final season or not, which is why I'm talking. They got to face on the Thunder. We've got James Harden and Kawhi Leonard. And, they got some other guys, but it's mostly them. An old Amari Stoudemire, it looks like. Our team is not as good, though, at all. And Kobe's an 80. He's a small forward. He's starting. Here's see his stats on the season. I got JJ Redick. He played 79 games, started 63 of them. Put up about 16 points. The efficiency is still pretty good. It's just not, obviously, he's not the caliber of player that he used to be. He's close to 40K points. I think he might play 1 more year. Let's see. What is he thinking? What's he thinking? Okay, he's focused on basketball, so he might play 1 more season at most. I don't think he's going to play any more than that, though. If he wins a championship, maybe he goes out. I have no idea, though. Well, they're not going to win it because they lost in 5 to the Thunder, who are probably going to win the finals. Yeah. James Harden Finals MVP with the Thunder, interestingly enough. Well, let's see how Kobe did in the playoffs. Double check it. Obviously, not as good as in years past. Solid for what he could provide you at his age. Yeah, really solid. But is that it for Kobe? Kobe is not retiring, so he's going to finish at over 40,000 points in his career, which is going to be insane, because he's got 1 more year left on his deal. I don't know if he plays after that. We'll see. Paul Pierce retired. How did his career end up being? He had a good career. Did he ever win a championship? Nope. All right, let's see. Last season of Kobe, possibly. All right, Kobe didn't even make the playoffs in his final season. Nuggets win the finals. Chris Paul finals MVP. Chris Paul is a god. I also want to say this. Mike Conley, for whatever reason, is also really good at the sim. He won an MVP. I don't know. Mike Conley, man. Crazy good. Did Kobe retire? He did. He goes out without making the playoffs in his final season. 38 years old, 21 years in the league. Pretty impressive. Longevity. 16 points a game. I mean, pretty solid. I probably could have played another season. He did end up with over 40,000 points. He had 41,000 plus, which is pretty impressive. I mean, from a numbers and statistical standpoint, he had a great career. He only played 75 games. Started 46 of them, but you know, good averages. The problem with Kobe was he just didn't get enough accolades. As you know, he didn't realize. I mean, 13-time All-Star. He was a 9-time All-NBA, 3 on the first, 4 on the second, 2 on the third. Well, first team All-Rookie, no defensive team appearances, which he had in real life, and he didn't have an MVP, and obviously he didn't have 5 rings. So, I mean, the fact that he broke the scoring record is kind of cool, but other than that, I mean, like, I think he had a better career in real life. I think most people would say that if this were to happen. Kobe goes out without a ring. He's known as the greatest player without a ring in this simulation. The greatest player to never win a championship was Kobe Bryant. Like, even T-Mac got a championship, which is kind of wild. But yeah, no, Kobe didn't. Kobe did not. But we're still gonna take a look and at the awards and all that. Obviously gonna be a Hall of Famer. You know, he's a Hall of Famer, so I mean, we're not gonna argue that. Like, of course, he's a Hall of Famer, and you know, goes in with Tracy McGrady and Dirk. I mean, you guys can see his stats here and his awards. Yeah, never won MVP. McGrady was a 2-time MVP, champ, and a Finals MVP. And he even made defensive. Even Dirk Nowitzki made a defensive second team, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, all right. Well, who retires his jersey? The Grizzlies retire Kobe's jersey. The team that originally drafted him, but that was it. Dirk and the Denver Nuggets. Corey Maggette, the Trailblazers are ridiculous too throughout this simulation. Earlier, and even they've won a few championships as well, like with Kenyon Martin as their star. All right, so let's take a look at the league history. Look at the records because we want to see those, obviously. Oh, I just saw Kobe Bryant on. He had 61 in the playoff game. That's pretty impressive. There you go. First all time in scoring by a long shot. The next current player that I can see would be. Well, these guys are all retired. Wilt's retired. Peja Stojakovic is retired. He's, wow, 11th all time. Steve Nash? Steve Nash over Shaq? That's wild. Gilbert Arenas is 15th. LeBron 16th. Okay, so they're kind of close, but yeah, Gilbert Arenas looks like he's regressing, so he'll probably end up maybe getting top 10. And LeBron, yeah, LeBron will probably be up there. I don't know if he'll break it, but yeah, Kobe's record might be not touched. I'm trying to see what else he might have had here. I don't see any other things. 3-pointers made. Kobe, in terms of free throws made, was 4th all time. And that's really about it. I don't see him here. Okay, I see him 16th there on that. Block shots, I don't think he's going to be up here. Maybe he would be just because of longevity, but he'd be near the bottom, possibly. I don't see him. I might have missed him, but yeah, I didn't see him on there. Assists, I think he had like, what, 8,000 assists, so he'll probably be like middle of the pack here. Oh no, he's 20, yeah, 27. That's pretty solid. Magic Johnson, better than John Stockton in terms of assists, which is pretty crazy. Kobe Bryant, 16th in steals, we saw that already. I mean, yeah, pretty much the only one we really cared about was the scoring record, and he got that by a long shot. So good for him, but other than that, I think that his career wasn't as successful in real life. But you guys let me know down in the comments what you thought. With that being said, though, full screen and close the video. Alright, well, that's good for me. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Also, thank you, Black Panther, for the idea. All my socials are down below. Playlists with other 2K content. And if you have any other ideas, let me know down in the comments below. Check out my channel if you like other content from TJP. And with that being said, I'm going to head on out. Take care, everybody. See you soon.